Hello, welcome back to Green Devils, Ireland's newest Manchester United fan channel, and this is it. We're finally here. This is the watch along for Rúben Amorim's first game in charge of Manchester United, away to Ipswich at Portman Road. And look, I think looking at the lineup that came out, it's an interesting one. It's still, I know the club and even a lot of the like Sky and stuff are showing the lineup as a 3-4-3. I think it looks more like, or maybe it's a 3-4-2-1. But a lot of speculation. No one's going to know. It's exciting, as I said in the preview for the game. It's probably the first time in a long time that the unknown is actually exciting. Over the last year and a half under Ten Hag, it was, we never knew what kind of United side were going to turn up, but this feels different with Rúben Amorim. There's just he's just a very very likable guy, and very confident, well spoken, great communicator by the sounds of it so far. So yeah, look, it's exciting times ahead. I think we probably can't read too much into the whole formation and the style and the system and stuff, because essentially it's the same players that were there under Ten Hag. They've had, the majority of the players have had maybe 2-3 training sessions with Rúben Amorim. Some of them have had only one. So there's not too much that he's going to be able to change really, in such a short space of time. So it will be interesting to see what way we line up. Obviously, look, they showed on Sky there. There was a couple of warm up drills, and it looked like they were sitting there with a back five, and then at times we're back three. So look, it's very much up in the air what way we're going to line up. But I think we're definitely going to see a performance. I think he said it himself that the players seem to want to play, and they seem willing to buy into his system. Whether that lasts is another story. Look, we've all been here before over the last 10 years. We've seen new managers come in, try to implement their style, players buy into it for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden then you just see a drop off. And hopefully that doesn't happen. I think the more time he gets with the players, the better we'll get. I think one thing that I want to see today, regardless of the formation or the style or the system, whatever, is the players putting in effort. I want to see, like, you want to see intensity from the players. You want to see them walking out onto the pitch and actually looking like they want to play, and they're willing to fight for the manager, fight for the club, fight for the badge, whatever way you want to look at it. It needs to be a great performance. Ultimately, yes, we need to win. Like, we're 13th place in the table, and every point matters now. I know, look, it's only November, but if we want to start making that charge for the top four, this is where we need to start doing it. And hopefully, Amorim coming in is almost going to give the whole squad a lift. And like I said, hopefully we just see a performance, and some intensity from the players, and just a bit of effort, to be honest, because we've seen in the past, not just under Ten Hag, but in previous regimes, sometimes it's like a lot of the players they'd rather be anywhere else. Now, I'm sure that's not the case, but that's the way it comes across on the pitch. Sometimes it's just it just looked like they'd rather be somewhere else. So hopefully that we see a performance and, like I said, some intensity. But Look, I'm going to stick with my original prediction: 3-1 victory for United. I think, given that we're going to be trying a new shape, a new style, a new system, a new formation, whatever way we look at it, if we are going to be trying something different, obviously, look, it's not going to be a drastic change, but obviously the instructions that the players will have gotten will be different to what they have been getting for the past 2.5 years. So I think it's inevitable that we're going to see a couple of errors from some of the players, and I think it's bound to happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but look, I think it's inevitable with any new system coming in, new manager, and trying to bring in their style. You're going to see a couple of mistakes. You're going to see them getting it wrong. Hopefully, it doesn't go horribly wrong. um, like we saw it when Ten Hag took over. He started his first two games were two losses, and two bad losses against teams that we should have beaten, and he had to change what he was trying to implement. So hopefully we don't see it that drastic, and we just see an improvement. But yeah, look, I mean, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Give us your score predictions. Your thoughts on the lineup. I think the lineup is kind of interesting. Like, obviously, we have the way they've put it up on the Man United page is a back three. You have Johnny Evans playing as the center defender. You have Delite playing on the left and Delo playing on the right, and the wing backs are Mazraoui and Diallo. So that's going to be interesting. And obviously, our two midfielders are Casemiro and Ericsson. But I think with that, like on paper, before under Ten Hag, you would have looked at that and said, like, we don't have any legs in midfield. But I think the way that Amorim kind of likes to set up is that one of those two will sit back in front of the defence, and the other one, which I assume will be Ericsson, will be the one that will be kind of venturing forward and getting involved in build up play and attacking and stuff. So look, it's going to be interesting. As I said, it's a completely unknown what we're going to see in terms of even the lineup, the shape, the style. Everything is just a completely unknown. But honestly, it's exciting, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I just hope that Amorim's faith in the players is justified, and I hope they repay him, because it's a he came out in the press and said like that. He has faith, he has belief in the players that they can win the games and they can win titles and stuff. So look, we all know they can, but we haven't seen it. So hopefully they buy into his whole setup and stuff. So look, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, let's have a look at the chat now before we kick off. We're just about ready to go. But Lee is in the chat. Hi, bro. How you doing? And Sam from Real Reds Talk. Nice to have you in the chat. Great to see you. Hope you're well. We fucking go again. Yeah, exactly. And Dan Smith, ready to get hurt again. Absolutely. It is exciting, but there's that little niggle always at the back of your head, like that. Look, we've been here before, but hopefully this time is different. He seems like the right person, but yeah, let's wait and see. I mean, it is more or less an unknown. So Lee, go for the win today. Worry about the performance setup later. 3-0 United. Yeah, I think that look. He said himself he did an interview just before the game, and he said, look, he had one training session with a handful of the players, maybe 2 or 3 sessions with the majority of the players. So he's not going to be able to drastically change too much. But as he said in his first interview when he was announced, we're going to see an idea, and hopefully that's the case. hopefully we get to see an idea of this new system. Look, as many people have said, it might work. It might be an absolute disaster, but look, we're all excited for it. We're all, as Dan says, we're all ready to get hurt again. So let's wait and see. But we're just about to kick off here now, and we'll just switch over. And actually, we are just underway. Let me just start the clock. But yeah, so let's go. First game under Rúben Amorim. Let's see. My clock is slightly behind now. Let me just pause it for a second. And then, there. Now, Ipswich obviously kicked off, so they're in possession. Long ball down. Headed away. Some good. Looks like some good and good intensity so far. Anyway, quick to close down. Long ball forward by the Ipswich keeper, and it's gone straight back to Onana. It does definitely look like it's a back three with Casemiro kind of dropping back to kind of help him out at the moment. Oh, it's good forward play. Ahmad running forward. Oh, he's away. Juan Ahmad. Dalot's at the back post. Oh, it's in. Hey, Rashford gets the first goal. It looked like a bad cross from Ahmad. It looked like it was under hit or something. I don't know whether I got a block, but Rashford just got a foot in front of the keeper. Just tapped it in. 1-0 United already. Ah, jeez, I didn't even put up the banner, and it's already 1-0. Let me change that. Let's have a look at this now again. So it's great play from Ahmed down the right. Got away from two players. Oh, it's actually a great cross. Just played it in behind the defenders. Rashford runs in. There's Ahmad again. Great play down the right. Just plays it across in behind the defenders, and Rashford just gets his toe on it. Just pokes it past the keeper. Great goal. 1-0 United. Oh. Yeah, the keeper just came out and was trying to catch the ball. Rashford just got his toe in front of him. Fantastic start. Here we go. Happy days. 1-0 United. Great start to the Rúben Amorim era. And we're back on the way. Happy days. A few people in the chat. Callum actually in the chat. How are you doing? Bloody hell. Dan Smith, Ahmad is the man. Yeah. He's definitely one that's probably is one of a handful of players that's going to really benefit from Amorim's system. Is Mazraoui. It actually looks like Mazraoui is playing right back and Dalot is the wing back. So I have it wrong on my little graphic there, because I went by Man United's website. They put it out that Dalot was playing right back and Mazraoui was the left wing back. So, and now unless that's going to change as the game goes on, but Ipswich in possession here now. Just coming down the right hand side. Player outside him, it cuts back in. Seems to be set up very well, not creating too much space outside of our box for Ipswich to break into. Or Gary's in the chat. We're winning the lot. Yeah. Well, it's the perfect start, isn't it? Literally a minute into the game and we go 1-0 up. Fabulous start. There's Ipswich down the left. Good block from Ahmad. Good tracking back. Corner to Ipswich now. Ball in, headed away by Casemiro, I think. It was. And as far as an Ipswich player though. Back into the box, headed away again. Johnny Evans this time. Good pressing. Well done, Bruno. And Ericsson, well done. The ball back. And back to Onana. There's Delo. Good ball inside. Slightly overhit to Bruno, but he gets it out to Ahmad again on the right. Taking on his man. Pulls it back to Ericsson on the edge of the box. Shoots. Oh, wide. Probably wasn't as close as it looked, but decent effort. It wasn't too far away. A yard or two. Decent effort. Dan agreed. Ahmad should really benefit, but I thought more and as one of the tens than the wing back. But he does work back, so it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. I would have thought as well one of the tens would be a perfect position for him, but I suppose we're probably overloaded with tens as well, so obviously Mount can kind of fit into that position too. Obviously, look, he's not starting today, but there's Kieran McKenna on the sideline. Done an excellent job at Ipswich. Getting promoted. One thing I've noticed already, now I know we're only 7 minutes in, but the passing looks crisper and sharper and simple. There's a lot of kind of passing and moving. There's no Hollywood pass from Bruno so far. Everything looks to be like just keeping the ball on the floor and just pass it around. Well done, Johnny Evans. Oh, Jesus. Got way out of position here now. Ipswich attacking down the right. Good ball in. Oh, just past everyone. But all the way through. The low could have done better there. Going out to the man. Kind of backed away from, allowed him to get the cross in. A long throw in now from Ipswich. No. Away by Casemiro again. Oh, Callum just said the same thing in the chat. Why does Dalot never close down the man and allow him to cross? Yeah, like it was a good 10 yards away from him and just let him, just ran the whole way along at the same distance. Never tried to close him down or get closer to him even. There's Rashford now. Out to Garnacho on the left. And we play it back to Delict. Now Delict, excuse me. Now Delict is the centre defender and Johnny Evans is the left centre back. Definitely seems to be a bit of moving around in the positions. Maybe De Ligt was always the central defender. I'm not sure. It's definitely looking a lot more positive anyway. Bruno into Casemiro. Rashford just underhit it. Got blocked down. Casemiro on the ground again. Ipswich break, and now we got plenty back, and they're all sprinting back as well. Again, pulled back to the edge of the box. Good save on Anna. Ahmad taking no chance and just hoofing it away. But again, look at the distance. The distance again between Delo and their player to allow him to get that cross in. Decent shot, kind of bounced in front of Onana, kind of struggled to hang on to it. Powdered it away. Luckily enough, it didn't drop. There was no one else in the box. Ipswich have the ball now in their own half. Oh, well blocked down. Still in. Oh, well done, Delo. Good tackle. Long ball forward from Delo for Rashford to run to, but the defender's going to get there ahead of him. Yeah. That's the first Hollywood pass we've seen. It's from Delo this time. Till then, all our build-ups has been just quick passing on the ground. Just controlling the possession in their own half. Back to Onana, long ball forward, but nah, straight to an Ipswich head. And now Ipswich can come forward with it. Oh, Rashford left the leg in there. Seem very compact as well when we're defending. Looks, it's hard to tell, but it looks like we're dropping back into like a 5-3-2. And the back five are just literally just sitting there, and then the 3-2 then are kind of running around, kind of doing the pressing. You can definitely see some of the changes that he's made already anyway. Yeah, we definitely seem to be more about hanging on to the ball already. You can see like it's just keeping the ball, simple passes, and then Ahmad gives it away. He plays a ball over the top, but no one got onto it. But even when we're building up from the back, you can see it's very patient, and that's good tackle by Delo on the edge of the box. Ericsson back to Rashford. Just build it up. See, look, everything's very patient, and they're not willing to risk losing it by just hoofing the ball into the box or hoofing it forward. It seems very, very patient. Oh, and then as soon as I say it again, look, Rashford gives the ball away. I'll have to stop talking. Gary, very impressed with the shape after only a few training sessions. Yeah, you can definitely see it already, can't you? You can see kind of what he's trying to do. Pass and move is what we've been crying out for, 100%. So one thing we were saying is just pass and move. It's one of the basics you're taught when you're 6 when you get into football is just pass the ball and then you move into space. You make space for yourself. And so many times it was just people just standing around waiting for the ball to be passed to them. Let's hope it's like Rangnick's first half against Palace. Well, yeah. Dan, every time I say patient, they panic. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'll have to shut up. As soon as I start talking about how they're doing, how well they're doing, they do the opposite thing. I don't know. That's well done. Oh, Casemiro got caught there late. The second time he got caught, I think he got stood on as well, but you gotta. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of a kick out. Right on the ankle, but yeah, you can definitely see there's a long ball over the top from Delo for Garnacho to run to. Well done. Coming down the left, Rashford's with him. Bruno on the edge to Garnacho. Ah. It was never on really. It was good effort though. It was good build up play. I saw the space for Garnacho to run in behind and Delo played a perfect ball over the top to him. Delo with the header, well done. Ooh, Emma got caught there. There's a big massive scream from him. He's allowed play on, but Ahmad is still down. Delictus hit the ball out of play. It did look like a late challenge, alright. Oh, did he stand on his foot? He kind of caught him on the ankle with his toe. It didn't look that bad, but players getting instruction on the sideline from Amorim and Garnacho in particular. But here's the goal again. Great little 1-2 between Ahmad and Bruno. A great run from Ahmad. Run down the right, gets away from two of them, and just it's a lovely little ball. It shapes like he's going to play it to the back post, and he just plays it to the front post. And Rashford just gets his toe onto it and just pokes it past the keeper as he's coming out to claim it. Fantastic start. No emotion from Amorim. Couldn't have asked for a better start, really, could we? Fabulous. Ahmad now obviously has to go off the pitch now after getting treatment. Back on the way. Now they're just passing the ball around their own half. Ipswich door kind of pushing up onto him and pressing him. Looked like a handball. Give it away though. Oh, headed away by Ahmad. Good ball. Garnacho. What are you doing, Garnacho? Oh, that was late. How was that not a booking? Oh, that's so late. That has to be a yellow card. Look, Garnacho probably made the most of it, but it was definitely caught late anyway. Yeah, we definitely seem very kind of solid defensively now. Just, oh, jeez, Johnny. Here's the ball away. But, oh, Jesus. Corner for Ipswich here. Good ball in. Good catch by Onana. Looking to take a quick. Runs out to Garnacho. Turns and runs straight away. Rashford is making a run. Go on. Oh, good tackle. That's Onana's ball all day, I think. Yeah. Back to some patient build-up now by United. Casemiro giving out about something there now. I don't know what. Oh, Stallone nearly lost the ball but got away with it. That wasn't a pass though. Well, blocked by Garnacho. I'm surprised with the inclusion of Rashford in the line over Holland. A little bit. But I suppose one thing to consider, I think, like, Rashford was well rested. The media would make you think that he didn't, obviously, with flying to America. But I think Highland was away with Denmark, I think. Didn't he play? So obviously Rashford is the fresher of the two. So I suppose in that way it makes sense why he'd be starting. Delow again. Pass wasn't on. Pass it to no one. Delow keeps that up. He's not going to last in that team. Ipswich breaking now. Oh, free kick for Ipswich just outside the box. He jumps into Evans, in fairness. He touched the ball away and then jumps into Johnny Evans and gets the free. Free kick to Ipswich now in a dangerous position. It's only about 20 yards out. We have 4-man wall. Garnacho line on the ground behind us. It's going to be Hutchison or Davies, I think. Hutchison. Left foot, straight out on Anna. Good save. Held on to it. Did it even go? But straight. I saw it all the way. It's poor free kick, in fairness. He's now just building up again. Oh, nice turn, Bruno. Good ball to Ericsson. Ball out to Delow. On the left. Turn back in. Good cross in. Straight to the keeper. Has been a decent enough opening half an hour. That's two two fouls in the space of 10 seconds. Yeah, I agree, Dan. But we can take it up a gear. But look, Ipswich are going to be tough to break down anyway. But we definitely have more quality than them, so we should be able to do it. Go out to him, Delo. Get closer to him. And on. See, that's what happens when you get close to him. You fucking put a challenge in. Crossing blocked out by Evans out for a corner. Lee, yeah, we need to get down the right a bit more. Yeah, look, I think that's where we're more threatening. I think with Ahmed. There's a corner. All the way headed back in, but well blocked. I don't know who got that block in. It's a decent block. I think Onana was probably beaten too. And to get it away again. Oh, good ball. And Rashford. Rashford has definitely lost that half a yard of pace, hasn't he? Rashford of about 2 or 3 years ago now would have got on the end of that ball. We see now who blocked it down. Delo, I think. Yeah, Delo. Not enough movement for the throw in there. Ipswich players just after kicking the ball out of play now and gone down. They had to hurt themselves somehow. Not sure what happened there. Everybody's playing anymore. Sorry, we are all. Let's see. I don't know. So exactly the same thing about Rashi's pace. Yeah, he's definitely not as quick as he used to be. He looks to be okay. Give it back to Ipswich. Back on the way. Oh, good ball. Now get out to him, Delo. That's it. Now out again. Well done. Two decent blocks by Delo. But Ipswich have it back. Oh, well cut out by Ericsson. Oh, good ball. Go on, Garnacho. Go on. Go on. Jesus. There's that decision making again from Garnacho. He obviously didn't back himself to beat him for pace. On the back. Come on now, Bruno. Need support here. What's going on here? Oh, okay. There's a fire alarm going off at VAR headquarters, so they don't have VAR at the moment. So the ref just stopped the game to tell the two captains that we don't have VAR at the moment because it's Stockley. Is it Stockley Park? Is where VAR headquarters are. There's a fire alarm there, so they don't have VAR. He actually couldn't write it. What's happening here now? Oh, it's a free kick. Yeah, I want to know who the referees and assistant have to do the jobs. That horror. Why couldn't there be someone in the ground though that has access to the same stuff, like even as a backup? Yeah, we got it back. Casemiro in space now. It's a good diagonal ball for Delo. Go on. Go on. Oh, Jesus. That's why you're a left back. What was that for a finish? Oh, oh, great ball. Ipswich are in here. Oh, the lap. Oh, what a save. What a save from Onana. Get it away now. See a replay. No. Onana obviously made himself big there. Casemiro going to the ground again. Nowhere near the ball. United back in possession. Tlo has to learn to look up and pull the ball back there. No, he's not a prime finisher. Yeah. Especially it was on his left foot as well. Like, so Onana statistically the best keeper in the league. He's leading the clean sheet, isn't he? Yeah. He's leading the Golden Glove at the moment. He has most clean sheets in the league, I think. He did as of before the international break, anyway. I think he's still leading it. Let me just check. Is Ipswich? Oh, too much space. Free shot at goal. Over the bar. There's he hits it straight at his face, I think. Oh no, it was his hand. Oh, what a save! He just comes out, makes himself big like an eagle, and it just hits his arm kind of here. Great save. Let me just see. Yeah, Onana has 5 clean sheets. As Ipswich coming forward again. We'll close down by Delo. On it wide. Get out to him, Delo. It's Hutchison. Oh, what a goal. It's 1-1. A goal for Ipswich. Hutchison with a left-footed curler from the outside of the box into the top corner, but it looks like it may have just taken a slight nick off someone's head. Whether that was enough to take it away from Onana, but a great finish. Let's see here now. Great turn. Ah, yeah. I think it's off Mazraoui. Great turn. Takes a shot. Yeah. Ah, it's unlucky. Great finish, but Onana probably might have. Onana could have saved that, maybe. We don't know, but it's just a slight flick off Mazraoui's head into the corner. Bad time to concede as well, just before half time. 1-1. Need half time since we scored. They've been all over us and we're struggling to keep the ball. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, deflected off Mazraoui's noggin. Good ball inside. Ah, just overhit. Ah, VAR is back. Must have been a false alarm. They're all back inside now. Ah, look at that. Look, again, the ball is played in behind for Rashford to run onto and just doesn't have the pace. Yeah, it was nice while it lasted, Gary. Well, it'll be interesting to see what he says at half time. Because we started, it was a perfect start to the game. But like he said in the chat, we've kind of dropped off a bit. Good ball in, but it away. There's Mazraoui out to Ahmad with a shot. Comfortable for the keeper. Jesus, there's a throw. Oh, Johnny Evans going to have to get a smack in the face there. He just headed the ball, but he got to the ball ahead of your man. But I don't know whether it was an arm coming up. He just kind of catches him. Let's see again here. Oh, it's an elbow. It's an elbow right in the side of the face. But it's almost an elbow, almost just before he heads the ball. I wonder if VAR going to have a look at this. Like, we seen Rooney getting a red card for that years ago. Remember in pre-season, he got booked in pre-season for jumping up for a header and elbowing a fella, and he got a suspension then for the first couple of games of the season. Just showing that replay. I don't even think that's going in before it takes the deflection off Mazraoui. I'm not sure if it's even hitting the target. Yeah, they deserve that. But we've also wasted a lot of chances due to decision making. Yeah. That's one of the things, it's the same players. Same players making the same decisions again. And I don't think, just looking at Rashford so far, I don't think he can be the number 9 in Amorim's system. He doesn't have the pace. Yeah. Yeah, we're just coming up to half time. That's where I usually ask, would you make any changes? I think that's the obvious one. Stephen in the chat, bring on Ugarte for Eriksen, and Eriksen hasn't really been in the game at all. Oof. That should be a booking for the lap. He just pushed him straight in the back and then goes up in his face then. Huh? Literally nearly ran straight through him. Should have been booked for that. And that's half time. 1-1. Not sure what to make of that first half. Look, it started well. Like, we got off to the perfect start, obviously scoring after, what was it, a minute, less than a minute. Was the perfect start. So, but then we kind of just backed off a little bit then. Just allowed them into the game, and we paid for it. Them conceding the goal just before half time. Look, it was a deflection, but they were kind of building in confidence. They were coming back into it. I think the goal was definitely coming, but yeah. What are you saying, Stephen? Can't lie, you like to look at the lap. Proper bastard of a player. Yeah, he's the type of player that you'd love him in your team, but when you're up against him, it's like, yeah, send him off. He's just a dirty player, but he's not dirty, but you know what I mean. He's good at the old shithousery. Dan, I think Rashford suits the left hand role more than Garnacho does. To be honest, he's too erratic. Yeah, I think Rashford will obviously have to develop his game now that he's clearly doesn't have the pace he had 2 3 years ago. So he's not that player to run in behind into that space because he doesn't have that burst of acceleration and burst of pace to do it. A couple of times he was put in, but he couldn't get past the defender. So, and I think one of the number 10 roles is probably would be a good shout for him, but he'll have to obviously change his game a little bit. But yeah, look, it's been an okay first half. Obviously, look, it could be better. Obviously, conceding the goal, but it'd be interesting to see if Amorim does make any changes now at half time. But you can see, I know a few of you said it in the chat as well. You can see the idea of what he's doing. Like we're playing with a back three when we're in possession, and we're dropping straight back to a back five out of possession. Um, but there's still some of those mistakes that were there under the previous manager, and that's because of the players. It's the same player making the same mistakes. Like Garnacho's decision making going forward a couple of times there wasn't the best. But look, I mean, he's still only a kid now, and then he's under a second manager already. So it's obviously going to be that's a challenge in itself. And even to be fair, Rashford as well has had 5 managers since he broke into the team. He's had Van Gaal was the one who gave him his debut. So he's had Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ollie, Ralph, Michael Carrick, Ryan Giggs, Ten Hag, and now Rúben Amorim, which hasn't been ideal for him, and he's trying to grow as a player and become a top player. You're dealing with completely different styles there as well, like between Van Gaal, Mourinho, and Ollie. So for a lot of the players, it's not all these changes of manager is not ideal, but hopefully, Rúben Amorim now is kind of the end of it almost, especially under Ineos. They seem like they're gonna give him time, but as Amorim himself says as well, you win time by winning games. So the players they need to buy into the system. They need to put in their performances on the pitch, and hopefully we get the result. But it's going to be an interesting second half. I think we probably will see some changes. It'll be interesting to see if there is any. It's probably a bit early to tell yet. Usually it's on Twitter anyway before they even come back into the studio. But there doesn't seem to be anything yet, so it'll be interesting. Let's just turn this up now and get some of the punditry. 81 seconds into the game was the first goal. So it's a great run from Ahmed. It's a great ball. It's a fantastic goal. Oh, great goal.
Speak about the system. Dallo coming in at the opposite side as well. It just goes to show, the system. We're already seeing signs of it. He has to get in the box and make
But
run.
yeah, it's interesting.
And we saw it there,
Oh,
working perfectly for Manchester United. If, as you say, there wasn't the best of connections with the
They're just showing some of the replays now. There's the save again. Oh, what a save from Onana. Oof. Great save. That was very like Peter Schmeichel, wasn't it? He just comes out, makes himself big as possible, and gets something on it. There's the goal again now. I don't think that's going in without the deflection. Just looking at it.
Yeah, and I think it was coming.
This angle now is the one you really see it.
Such a brilliant response since conceding so early.
It might be just creeping in the inside edge of the post, but Onana's saving it all day. If not for that deflection, it just like he does kind of almost get a hand on it. So yeah, look, it'd be interesting to see if we do see any chances or any changes. Sorry, in the second half. Dan, outside of that chance though, we've barely got Ahmed into the game. Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of players. A lot of players haven't really got into the game since we scored. So, but look, I mean, that's probably a lot of that is probably down to Ipswich as well. Like they're quick to close us down, and they're not allowing us too much space. The best chance we after the goal, the best chance we actually had was the ball over the top for Delo and the ball over the top for Garnacho running into that space. So it hasn't been our build-up play that's got us the other chances after the goal. So look, it'll be interesting to see the second half. But yeah, look, I'm just going to take a quick toilet bathroom break, and I'll be back to you in a second. And we're back. I just had a think there, kind of just looking over some of the footage of the first half. It'd be interesting to see how many of the players that are on the pitch now in that first half, how many of them will be still here after the summer. Like, just in terms of getting the right players for this system. Like, there's moments there where it looks like there's certain players are not going to suit this setup. So it'll be interesting to see if they are moved on, or if they can change their game. Look, this is only the first game as well of a new system, so it'll be interesting to see if over the next kind of 6 months, if players can get up to speed. Obviously, the more training that Rúben has with him, the better. And you'll see that style, that system kind of develop a bit more and should improve. Look, it's going to be interesting. Santa Notch is in the chat. How are you, Notch? Hope you're well. Interesting to get your thoughts, actually, Notch, on the first half. What do you think? Obviously, look, it was the perfect start. 80 something seconds into the game. Couldn't have started better. But obviously, look, we kind of, I wouldn't say we took our foot off the gas, so to speak, but we definitely allowed Ipswich into the game a bit. We had a couple of half decent chances as well in the first half. As I was saying earlier, like the Garnacho breaking forward, and obviously Delo as well. But we definitely need to be better in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any changes. I'm not aware of any changes yet. But the teams are just coming out onto the pitch there now, so we'll see fairly shortly. There's Ericsson coming out anyway. Delo was there. Ahmad is there. Garnacho's there. Johnny Evans, the Ligt. So I'm not sure if there's any changes yet. Casemiro's there. Bruno's there. It doesn't look like there's any changes anyway. Yeah, it looks like an unchanged. Yeah, Lee is just saying no changes. Notch, we saw some superb Amorim ball for all of 80 seconds. Yeah. Look, I mean, he's literally had a couple of days with the same players that couldn't play under Ten Hag, and it's a brand new system. I know. Look, the basics. He said himself. The basics of football are the same. You defend, you attack. You pass the ball, you run. If you do the basics under whatever system you have, if you do the basics and do the basics right, you'll win football games. So, look, I think he's going to need more time to actually, with the players, to kind of develop this whole system. So, look, it'll be interesting to see how this develops over the coming months. I'm just about ready to kick off here now for the second half, so let's get the clock ready. But and we're on the way. But yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see. As I was saying, it'll be interesting to see how it develops over the next couple of months. The more time he has on the training pitch with him, and he said like it was never going to be a drastic change overnight, but you can see what he's trying, or what he wants the team to be doing. So the idea is there basically. He said it himself, like that it's not going to be a massive difference straight away, but you can definitely see what he's trying. Oh, it's a great ball from Casemiro. Hello. There's Bruno out on the right. Ball into Garnacho. Oh, jeez. Nearly another great start to the half. I'm not sure if the keeper get a touch on that or and it was cleared off the line anyway. Oh yeah, no, it was saved by the keeper and then cleared away. It's a good little ball from Bruno. Oh, nearly. Notch was never going to see a dramatic change. We still have midfield issues and sat back a bit too much. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you're trying to implement a new system, which is always going to be difficult. But the issues that we're seeing bringing in this new system is the same issues that we were seeing under Ten Hag, not being able to track back a massive hole in midfield. So it's essentially the same players and the same issues. So it'll be interesting to see how many of those players are still here in next summer. Because, and yeah, exactly, Dan. You're right. Makeshift backline as well. Like Johnny Evans isn't a starting centre back. You know, um, like our back three is 37-year-old. You have Delict and Mazraoui. So ideally, obviously, you'd want three centre backs there and three starting centre backs. But so like Lenny Yoro coming back is going to be a massive, massive boost for us. And obviously Martinez as well when he comes back. He missed this game. He has an issue with his back injury that he picked up in the Leicester game before the international break. So there's still a couple of first team players to come back. So there's definitely be hopeful that we will get better. And look, it's probably going to be painful for the first couple of months, but he almost has the perfect bunch of games to actually get going under this new system. Rashford didn't run at all. Bruno played him into acres of space. And they're just patiently passing it around in our own half. Mazraoui. Oh, well done, Mazraoui. Great play. Inside to Ahmad. Outside to Garnacho. Inside to Ericsson. Go on. Across to Bruno. Loses possession, but sloppy. That's okay. We got it backed up. Ipswich just played a long ball forward to no one. We can build an attack again now. And yeah, it'd be a lot worse if we had to do this with a bunch of difficult fixtures. As it is, we've got a few easier opponents, but with that is going to come some media pressure. If we don't go, oh yeah, look, 100%. Like that pressure is going to be there regardless. If we, whether we were playing City, Arsenal, Liverpool, or something, and as opposed to playing Ipswich, the Bodo Glint, and what's the other game? I can't remember what the third game is. I know it's another winnable game. But yeah, I think it definitely helps having those games that are winnable. That regardless of mistakes that are likely to happen, that we still have enough quality on the pitch that we'll be able to beat who's in front of us. So Ball forward to no one there from Mazraoui. I think the Bodo Glint game, or Glint, I think that game during the week is probably going to tell us a lot more, because obviously being at home and it's a European game, I think Amorim is probably he has a decent record in Europe with Sporting, so that one should be a bit more comfortable. Where's Ipswich attacking now down the right? Another save from Onana, point blank save, and again, it's gone wide. Gone for a corner, is it? I think it was Delap again, actually. Great play in the middle there. Delap plays it out wide. Just gets in there. Oh, he kind of flicked it behind his leg. Oof. Another point blank save for Onana. Corner from Ipswich, but it's headed away by Evans. Tackle Emmett. That was a Rashford. But actually, yeah, just on the whole Amorim system and stuff, and how we're playing. I think, like Amorim said it himself in an interview in the build up to the game. One of the biggest worries that he has is the fact that this is a complete unknown for him. It's his first game in a brand new league, and he's still getting to know the players, and he knows absolutely nothing about the opponent. Now, obviously, he can. Oh, well done. Obviously, his team of coaches and the staff and stuff. Oh, here's Garnacho breaking. He's going to go himself. Great tackle. Probably could have released that sooner to Rashford. Rashford was breaking through the middle. Could he have played it there? But no. Yeah, it's a great tackle. He actually did try and play it across, but maybe he could have played it earlier. Corner anyway to United. Whipped in. Comfortable for the keeper. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. He said himself like that. He knows absolutely nothing about Ipswich, and he's still trying to get to know his players. And obviously his staff and stuff can watch tapes of Ipswich, but until you're actually out on the pitch, Bruno, lovely 1-2 with Rashford. Oh, good block. But until you're actually out on the pitch watching the game, you never know what way the opponent is going to set up. If you're used to playing in the league and playing against them in cup competitions, you're still going to you're still going to have an idea of how they're going to set up, but this is completely new. Here we go. Double change for United. Johnny Evans is coming off for Luke Shaw to play left centre back, and it's Casemiro for Ugarte. Ew, this will be an interesting change. Obviously, Luke Shaw getting some minutes. The only thing I would say is Luke Shaw would be suited to that left centre back position more than Johnny Evans would. So the change itself makes sense, but it'll just be interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously, we know about his fitness issues over the last 60 years, really. Do you know what I mean? So, but it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Still, United play the rest of the game with 10 men. Refuse to acknowledge his presence. Yeah, he's not there, Stephen. He's actually away. He's still on international duty. Dan, that says a lot, I think. Keeping Ericsson on, I think that shows, at least for this level of opponent, he wants that double pivot to have a creative and a more defensive player. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Because he alluded to that himself, hasn't he? That's how he likes his setup. Is two kind of sixes. One sits back, one goes forward. So it doesn't make, I suppose, in that respect, it doesn't make sense to have both Casemiro and Agarte on. Now, in saying that, we might see that against a different opponent. Like if we're playing away to the likes of City or Arsenal, you probably will have, or Liverpool, you probably will have Casemiro and Agarte playing there. Who knows? Again, it's another one of those unknowns that we're not sure of. But it's an exciting unknown. Well tracked back there by Ahmad. The ball over the top, but he tracked the run of what's his name, Davies. Made a run forward. United again, just patiently building up from the back, just keeping possession, not looking to rush anything, which is such a difference. That's a poor ball from Mazraoui though. Jeez, they're just showing a touch map of Ahmad, and but 70% of the touches have been in his own half. But I suppose the important ones are in that attacking half, and the assist for the goal. Definitely working hard anyway. Oh, well done. There he is again, look. Oh, it's unlucky. I don't think Amorim like that. Just gave the ball away too easily after excellent work winning it back. There's one of the things Amorim said as well. One thing that he didn't like is how quickly we lose the ball after winning it back. So there's definitely a lot of things he has to improve and change, and it's going. It's going to take time. So, and it is essentially a clean slate for all the players as well. Dan would like to see Mountain Highland before too long, I think. Yeah. I think we will. it would be interesting to see. Well, obviously, look, I mean, obviously, Highland is going to come on for Rashford. That's going to be an obvious one. Um, and then obviously, I'd say it'd probably be Mount for Garnacho. Oh, some lovely little pass in there. Not the best pass from Rashford. Give away the foul. Lee Amorim is getting a good look at exactly what he's got to play with here. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he's seen plenty of their limitations, I think, in the game already. And some of the errors that are there. That's why I think it'll be interesting to see how many of these players make it through the summer next summer. Notch. Almost everyone we play having an endlessly energetic pressing game from their forwards, and I'm still not seeing it from us yet. It's like what Ericsson said there. Remember a couple of weeks ago? Was it early in the season when we lost? Who did we play? And they just said, "Oh, they just wanted it more." It's like, no, that's ridiculous. Tracking back from Bruno. Oh, it's overhit, is it? Yeah. Unlucky. United fans singing Rúben Amorim there. But yeah, just kind of touching on your point, Notch, is that it's anytime we play a team we should be beating, they turn up, we don't. It's like as if the players' ego and they just think they just have to turn up and they'll win. Whereas it's not the case. Like it's kind of similar to Paddock at times where everyone treats Paddock like their cup final and are up for it from the start, and sometimes Paddock then are kind of just slow out of the blocks. It's a very very similar thing with United at times. Obviously today was a bit different. We got the early goal, but as soon as we got it, we almost sat back and allowed them back into the game. Highland getting ready to come on. And double change for Ipswich. And Xerxes and Highland are coming on. This will be interesting. I'd imagine it'd be a similar thing where it's probably Garnacho and Rashford coming off, and you're going to have Xerxes in behind Highland. Two lads just getting some final instructions on the sideline there before coming on. Oof. Oh, good turn from Ahmed. Oh, just get a kick in the head there. Maybe just kind of slightly caught him as he was trying to run away. Yeah, I agree. Then on paper, Xerxes and Highland should really work really well together. That's what we were hoping for under Ten Hag. We wanted Xerxes playing in the 10 and Highland obviously as the 9, but we never really got to see it. Now it'll be interesting to see here what happens here. Will Xerxes play as one of the 10s and Highland play as the 9? Oh, it's a great ball in. Rashford is in behind. No, going out for a corner though. Xerxes trying to explain to Amorim what a 9.5 is. Oh, it's Ericsson for Xerxes and Rashford for Highland. Yeah, that's the obvious one. Ericsson was playing as one of the sixes, so I wonder who's going to drop. He's hardly playing as a six alongside Ugarte, is he? Xerxes. I'd be very surprised if he is. See, this is where it's going to get interesting because as the substitutes happen, that's a great ball in. Oh, he dropped it. Oof. Like as the substitutes happen, it'll be interesting to see do the players still know what they're doing? Do they still understand the instructions? Like, do you know what I mean? Bruno is actually after dropping back, I think, to play alongside Ugarte, by the looks of it. So Garnacho has kind of moved over to play on the left side of 10. This is going to take a bit of getting used to. Trying to figure out all the different positions. Let's go ball into Highland. Come on, Xerxes, bust it up and get in there. Poor from Highland, but we get away with it. We still have possession. You can definitely see the same kind of elements that we saw in the training footage when we're building up, we're passing and we're attacking. We get to a certain point where we can't go any more, we can't get any further forward. We come back and we build again. We recycle the ball and we start again. There's definitely seen elements of that in the game. Stephen, Mazraoui is fantastic no matter where you put him. He's just a fantastic footballer, and he can play in any position. Oof, how was that out of? Was that Twanzebe? Left one in on Garnacho there. And we build up from the back again. Oh, nice little intricate pass in there. Oh, unlucky Ahmed. Oh, here's Ipswich coming out. The lap. Nope. Off target. Not since the mighty John O'Shea have we had such an adaptable player. Yeah. Water for a man like myself as well. It's the players like the likes of John O'Shea is why we were so successful in the noughties. Greatest Irish sportsman ever. Ooh. That's a bold claim now. You put him ahead of Roy Keane and Dennis Irwin. All very patient build up from United again. Long ball forward from Manana. To no one. Well, that's a very good point, Stephen. No, Roy Keane never nutmegged Figo. Yeah, you need people to just play for the team, giving 100%, 7 or 8 out of 10 every game. Absolutely. Paul McGrath wants a word. It's all getting sloppy now. Good pressing from United. We won it back. Ball over the top from Bruno to Garnacho. Then down the left. Can you put a good ball in the box here? You can, but no one's in there. Need to delay it too much. The poor ball in the end, really. Okay, that long ball is not working. Oh, well done. No pace. What's going on here? It kicked the ball off the linesman. Kind of funny. Looked like handball to me. Now we can take the throw in. Bruno. I'm pulling back. Bruno trying to play in Garnacho again. Down the left. At the low. Why did you run back? Is that Ugarte? Out at the low. That's Ahmed into Bruno. Have a shot. Oh, it's a point. Callum, yeah. It's actually with the point conversion. Oh. He didn't even look confident taking on the shot. And he just skied it over the bar. Yeah, we need to up the intensity a bit here or something, because it's just very slow. What's the expression they use? Pedestrian. There's no urgency either. Someone's down. Dalot is down on the ground here. And he's getting back up. Didn't see what happened to him there. Looked like he obviously got caught. That's free. Yeah. Bruno tried to play the ball into Highland, tried to play a 1-2, but he got checked. Decent position for a free kick here now, about 25 yards out. I'd imagine it'd be Bruno taking this anyway. It's very central in front of the goal. It's slightly to the right, so my favourite left footer more, but just need to make the keeper work here now. Need to get it over the wall and get it on target. Surely it's going to be Bruno. Oh! Thought it was in. The keeper was standing over on that side and he started moving across. Ooh. Just whipped it too much. Got too much bend on it. Probably looked closer than actually was, but decent effort. Probably should have been hitting the target there though. Mazzarelli win the header, well done. Oh, we got a smack in the head as well. Kind of landed heavily. Mazzarelli getting a bit of treatment here now. Essentially, no blame attached to Amorim, but if Eric Ten Hag was still in charge, we'd be slagging this performance off. Yeah. I can see the argument for that. I can see what you're saying. In saying that, it's one thing you have to take into account is the fact that like it's a new system. Yes, it's the same players. It's a new system that they're still getting used to. So the mistakes are probably going to be there. And then obviously when the substitutions happen and stuff, you're kind of there's always the kind of danger that players won't be sure of their role or what they need to be doing. But yeah, look, I get your point. It has been great, but definitely definitely still need to change a lot. There's still the same kind of mistakes and errors that are there. Sorry, he must have got a bang on the nose. His nose is looking very red. He looks a bit dazed still, but just showing the replay again. Fantastic work from Diallo. Easy finish for Rashford. And then the equaliser. Such a shame that little nick just was enough to take it past Onana because he was saving that. But there hasn't been much to write home about in the second half. Missouri seems to be okay anyways. Continuing on. Here he is on the ball. Bruno over the ball over the top for Highland. And we come all the way back. Lost possession, we run it back. And that just caught on his heels. Good track it back by the ball over the top, but well tracked back. Sorry. On Mazraoui. But Highland making a run. Great ball. Go on, Highland. It's just too close to the keeper. Can actually have been pretty bad again, just no luck right now. Yeah. His decision making hasn't been great, but look, he's still only as I was saying earlier, still only a kid. Has to learn a completely new system now after breaking through and under one system, one style. It'll take time for a lot of the players. Sounds like Mount is about to come on. You'd imagine that's going to be for Garnacho, I'd say. You would think anyway. It's the obvious change. Change should have been 10 minutes, so possibly. Yeah, and it is Garnacho for Mount. I think though with Mount, he's aware of his injury issues over the past year or so. So I think that's obviously going to be playing on Amorim's mind as like he has to be careful with him, and obviously same with Shaw as well. Like there's so many players there that have injury issues over the last couple of years, so he'll have to manage them. But it's good that he's getting a few minutes here anyway. Mazraoui. Go on. Well done. Well done, Mazraoui. Great tackle. Now, come on. Mount in there. Go on, Mount. That should have been a free. Oh, the space. Terrible touch. Oh, Jesus. We're living on the edge here. How did he have so much space? Look at that. Who's meant to be marking him? So much space. The back post. Garnacho carries on like this. We'll be putting him on 450k a week. Yeah. Hopefully those days are gone now with the new board. You'd imagine those inflated contracts are long gone. Hopefully. Heavy touch from Highland. Got it back. Bruno, ball on to Highland. Go on now. Sit. Good hold up. Oh, Jesus. The wrong player that went to. Oh. On the licked. You have it. Well done. Ideally, once they're properly fit, both of those subs should be the other way around. In fact, most of the subs today should have been, and that's a big difference. Yeah. Look, I think ideally the starting 11 that he went out with is not going to be his first choice 11. Obviously with the international break, I know there's a couple of players came back late. You only had one training session with them, so they were never going to start. And then obviously you have the couple of players come back from injury as well. You're not going to start them. Like there's a couple of players even that could have played today. Like Yaro is back in training and fit, but he wasn't even in the squad today. So I think you'll probably see him being introduced slowly now over the next couple of weeks, which would be fantastic. Like if you think about it, our starting back three, say, right, it would be, well, for me anyway, I think it'd be Delict as the central defender. Your right centre back is probably going to be Yaro, and your left centre back is probably going to be Martinez. Then your wing backs, then at the moment, you're probably looking at Delo and Mazraoui. Your 2 6s would be Mainu and Ugarte. Your 2 10s is probably going to be Bruno and Mount if they're fully fit, and then your number 9 then is going to be Highland, and then your backups then off the bench and the other players. But we're probably still a few weeks away from that being our starting 11, our first choice 11. So actually, do you know what? I'd change those wing backs. I'd have maybe not Mazraoui. I don't know if he has the pace, but I probably wouldn't have Delo as a wing back. I don't think he's good enough. Hopefully, I have more to play on Thursday. Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, that'll be used as another game to introduce some of the players back into the lineup again. Four minutes. Oh, it hasn't been the best second half, has it? What do we have left? 3 minutes. We've done so little in the second half that I don't see us doing anything in these last 3 minutes. Unless some miracle or some mistake or something. That's not a free. You're throwing yourself on the ground. Would you agree? Come on now. There's Ugarte. Oh, Shaw. I was looking at the boots. Here's Ugarte. Ball across. Not a great ball. Behind Ahmad. I get that he wants to do this kind of patient build up and keep possession, but it's just so slow. And when you're not chasing a game, but when you're trying to win it, it still doesn't look like there's much movement from the players. Great ball, great touch from Ahmad. Go on, go on. Ah, blocked. It just looked like we don't want to win the game. Good ball to Highland. Come on, they do something. Nah, it's a good tackle. It's a corner. Come on now. Last chance. Possibly. They look tired, not used to run. Yeah, I think that's going to be a massive thing because he said it himself, Amorim, like running back, we haven't done enough of it. Well, running in any direction, we haven't done enough of it. Oh, straight at the keeper. Way too close to him. It's a poor corner. Now, let's hope they don't switch off here now and concede in the last fucking 30 seconds. Hold on. Oh, come on. Close them down, that's it. Now, come on. There's still time. That's a free. And all the way back. Now, come on, go. Get it forward. Look, even Amorim was fucking screaming at me on the sideline. Look, get it forward. Nah. Oh. Kind of disappointing in the end. But, look, I mean, we didn't lose. It's probably about the only positive thing we can take from that. It was a fantastic start. 80 seconds into the game, we scoring. You kind of thought, yes, we'll kick on now and we'll bang in a couple. New system is working, but we kind of just sat back. Second half, well, obviously we conceded then just before half time. Second half was very, very slow. No urgency at all. Look, I get it as well. It's a new system. You're under a new manager. You're probably doing a lot more work off the ball than they probably were under Ten Hag. But look, I think the only positive we can take from it is we didn't lose. Look, a draw is not the best result, but it's okay. It's not the worst. Sorry, I just had to see Danny's chat comment in the chat. Amorim out the fraud. Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't think it was by any means. It wasn't the best performance, but first game for new manager in a brand new league for him. Doesn't know the team, knows nothing really about the team that he's playing against. So look, it's always going to be difficult. But yeah, look, I mean, we didn't lose. As I said, it's a positive that we can take from it. So. We'll take it. That's good to see now. Amorim bringing all the players over to the away fans to thank him. So Let's go through some chat while we're here. Dan, Highland has looked an improvement over Rashford though, actually getting to those balls. Yeah, and I think Highland is probably faster now than Rashford. So I think in home games where we're going to be dominating the play, I think that's when you're going to see the benefit of this system for Highland. Still can't get set pieces right. Consistently so poor. Also, why is Bruno even taking that? Yeah. I mean, you could have had Mount taking that. Bruno on the edge of the box then to mop up any loose balls if they break. Lee, not the best game, not the worst. Still points dropped to relegation fodder. Yeah, look, I mean, I think I even said it in the preview. Like, it's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be an easy game going away to Ipswich. But look, you still would have expected a win. But look, it's a draw. It's not an ideal start, but you can definitely see what he's trying to do, what he's trying to bring in. So yeah, look, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to take another few weeks for it to develop. A couple of days on the training pitch with a lot of the players is not going to be enough to see that drastic change straight away. We've all touched on it already during this. It's not going to be a dramatic change overnight. It's going to take time. So look, let's just wait and see. Hovey, Cross has been poor all game. Yeah. Gary, he said there'll be a bit of pain before good times. If that's the bad, we'll take it. Well, exactly. That's it. Like, I mean, as we said earlier, he has a nice little run of games to kind of help build a system with the players that he has. Let me just try find the list of fixtures that he has. I thought I had it earlier. I can find it now. But he's a couple of handy games that he can use to kind of to develop the system with the players that he has. It's going to take time. If we can bring in a couple of players in January, he's probably only going to have limited budget. We can bring in a couple of loan players that will help. We know we could see a big improvement then come the new year. So look, let's wait and see. Agreed, he's got 3 or 4 games to get the basic principles. It's a free hit for this season in general, though. It just needs to see progress. But that's it, yeah. It's gonna take time. But Lee, at least we're not City. Yeah. Well, that's it. Never lost 5 in a row, so. But yeah. If you didn't know you streamed. Yeah, look, I mean, we're still a relatively new channel, only about 4 months old now at this stage, but obviously this is a bit of a hobby and a bit of a part-time thing at the moment. I still obviously have a full-time job, so as much as I can, I do live watch-alongs, and obviously depending on my work schedule then I try and do live podcasts during the week where I get a couple of mates on and we just kind of chat about what's going on at United at the time. And so yeah, we're just trying to grow the channel and trying to build a community of fellow Man United fans. Look, we're an Irish based channel, hence why we're called Green Devils, but we're not exclusively for Irish fans. We're for Man United fans all over the world. So if you're new to the channel, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for all your support, and thanks to everyone for getting involved in the chat. But look, it wasn't the ideal start to Rúben Amorim era, but we didn't lose. It's a positive to take from it. So yeah, look, it'll take time, as I said, and look, we'll just look forward now to the Europa League game on Thursday against Bodo Glimt, and we're probably going to be in for a similar kind of a similar kind of story. I think he's going to be, obviously, look at the next few weeks. I think is going to be something similar, but hopefully we can get a victory on Thursday and then start from there and we build and just keep improving. Every game is going to get better and better as the players learn the system. So look, it's still exciting times ahead, I think, under Rúben Amorim. As he said himself, he can see the idea of what he's trying to implement on the pitch in the opening game, but it will take time. And yeah, but look, again, thanks for joining the chat, getting involved, and yeah, the Rúben Amorim era has gotten underway, but unfortunately it ends in a kind of a dull draw. But look, we didn't lose, and we move on and we improve, and we'll get better and better as the weeks go on. But yeah, thanks for watching again. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll catch you later.